Hey guys, Jay here with Word of Advice TV. I just wanted to make a quick video for all homeowners, particularly the ones that just moved into a new house, rental or owned. There are 3 things that every homeowner should know about the house that they're living in. And I was painfully reminded of this when our kitchen got flooded shortly after we moved in. Which brings us to tip number 1. Everybody in the house, including the kids, should know where the water shutoff valve for the whole house is. If there's ever a leak in the house, the faster you can turn that water off, the less damage there will be. If I shut this thing off, like this, that turns the water off to the whole house. If your house has a basement, most likely this valve will be in the basement. Sometimes it'll be in the mechanical room by the water heater, and in my case, it's outside by the garage. Let me tell you a quick story. Shortly after we moved in, the property manager texts me and she says, "Hey, I need the water behind the refrigerator shut off. Could you please do that for me? There should be a little valve right behind the fridge." I said, "Yeah, of course, no problem." So I pulled the fridge out, I see this valve, and it's giving me bad vibes. I'm looking at it, it's corroded, it's really old, and against all better judgment, I know I shouldn't touch that thing. But since I already told this lady that I would turn it off, I'm gonna keep my word, right? So slowly, nice and easy, slowly, I start turning it off, ever so slightly, snap, and water is spraying everywhere. For like a couple seconds, I was just flabbergasted. Are you kidding me? This actually just happened. So I start scrambling. I'm looking for the water shutoff valve, and I can't find it. I'm looking by the water heater, I'm looking in the mechanical room, I'm looking around the house, and to my embarrassment, I gotta admit, I did not find it. I had to sprint to my neighbor's house and ask him to come show me where the water shutoff valve is for the house. So I finally got it shut off, and there was a lot of mopping to be done. So for me, that was a painful reminder that when I move into a house, I right away need to find out where that shutoff valve is, just in case something like this happens. Tip number 2, I luckily don't have any bad experiences with personally, but I know some people that do. Number 2 is to know where the electricity shutoff is. You need to know where the breaker panel is so you can turn off the electricity to individual rooms. And also the main breaker is not always up on top here. Many breaker panels will have the main breaker right up on top that will turn the electricity off to the whole house. But like in my case, it's in a different place. Or maybe you have a sub panel, you have multiple panels in the house. Find out where all of them are and where is that main breaker that can turn all the electricity off in the house if you ever need to do so. In my case, my main breaker is actually outside. So it really helps to know this ahead of time, not when you're scrambling for it. And tip number 3 is to know where the furnace or air conditioner air filter is. This seems like a small thing that is easy to neglect, but it becomes a big thing when in the middle of the winter your furnace stops working simply because you did not change the furnace filter, or you don't even know where it is for that matter. So if you move into a house that has a forced air system that blows air through vents, whether it's air conditioning or furnace, it will have a filter like this, and you do need to figure out where it is and how often you need to replace it. If you're not sure where your furnace filter is, that's okay. I have a video about frequently asked furnace filter questions that should be able to answer all the filter questions you have, and maybe some that you didn't even know you had. That's probably only 3 out of 30 homeowner tips. So if you have any good homeowner tips of your own that you would like to share that I did not cover, please let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have you ever tried archery blindfolded? You don't know what you're missing.